It's day 5, Smile for Survival, Life Beyond Cancer. It's a Sunday, no business today, so I'll just do a little brief video segment on faith and how it helped in my cancer recovery. It's not going to be a preaching moment or whether one faith is better than another faith. It's just about, having faith in whether it's in yourself or in your church or your higher power. I think that's important for the person that is facing life-ending or life-challenging experiences with cancer. I remember the first time someone told me about the importance of faith, and it was kind of abruptly. I can remember. It was February 1978. I graduated from high school early. And I went in the Marine Corps. I was 17, weighed about 178 pounds. Not much of existed there. They had shaved our head and put us in this room. There was about 300 recruits, and it was a Sunday. And I remember looking up at the front of the room, and there's this burly-looking drill instructor, a gunnery sergeant, and he had these press fatigues on, with creases on it, and he had this drill instructor hat slanted down and this big burly voice, and he'd say, raise your hand if you're Catholic, and quite a few people in this room raised their hands, and then he'd say, well, raise your hands if you're Jewish, and a few people raised their hands, and then he would say, okay, the rest of you are Protestants. Because in my Marine Corps, everyone has faith. And I found that interesting. I just kind of chuckled. I think the whole room chuckled. And then he said, in my Marine Corps, you will fight, you will die, and you will have faith. Those are the 3 things that you will have. And I thought that was interesting. I still remember that to this day. So faith for me during the cancer recovery was kind of interesting. I wasn't able to talk a lot because of the tube in my nose, and then of course I didn't eat real food for many months. It was so I'd wander around the kitchen looking at the different things, and I had this feeding tube sticking out of my stomach. And I'd just be talking to myself, and Tristan would say, Dad, who are you talking to? And I said, nobody. But what I really was I was talking about my pains and what I was going through, and in my way of communicating to my higher power what my challenges were, and talking to them that moment. And so with that kind of a situation, it helped me go from day to day with the challenges of the cancer surgery and the treatment. This was during a time when radiation was going on, and I was feeling weaker, and I was getting thinner. Of course, I wasn't eating food. I was being fed through a tube. So these were a challenge in my life that faith played a major part in it. I think it's fair to say that whenever you have challenges in your life and you have faith, your ability to survive is greater. I remember back when I was going through the radiation, and I was really sick. I had the feeding tube in my stomach coming out, and I just wasn't feeling all that great. I was on pain meds, and I must have weighed about 170, 180 pounds. I mean, it was just really weak, because I was going downhill on that. And it was a Sunday, and Kathy had got my suit out and got me dressed, and helped me get into the car, and took me down to the church. It was walked in, and I sat down, and I remember feeling a sense of relief, and then the feeling you got when people inside our ward were just coming over and saying hello, how you doing, Here you spent the last week isolated in a room and going back and forth between the hospital for the radiation and not much interaction. And then at that moment there, I had 20 people talking to me and all smiles and telling me how much they loved me and how much they prayed for me. And that's a feeling that helps when you're in that situation of pain. Cancer will take you down to skin and bones and think that there's nothing left. But if you keep your faith in yourself, your faith in other people, and the faith in your church, I think that that was a major part of my recovery. My name is Ruben. I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor.